You are now tuned in to the one and only Mr. Merciless Badass. Welcome to the murder show. What's the goddamn deal, people? Welcome to the murder show. And today we're gonna do something a little different. Call it hardcore free-for-all in-depth. Haha, shout out to Drifter. And I'm gonna give y'all a look at a few of my favorite classes, and I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I'm using and why. I know a lot of y'all been wanting to see that, and we're gonna go through the Scorestreaks, and I'm gonna explain to y'all why I use the ones I use and nothing else. But I figured I needed to make this video because I get people asking me all the time to play with different guns or switch my kill streaks up on my specialists, you know. And as a YouTuber, I want to give the people what they want. But as a Call of Duty hog, I only want to play with the shit in the game that I know is the best, that's going to give me the best results and help me to win game after game after game after game. And the shit you see me using is the shit that worked for me. That's why you see me using it. But I figured I'd make an episode, you know what I'm saying, going through the kill streaks, going through a few of my favorite class setups, just so y'all can see what I like to use and why I like to use it. Now, let's get straight on into this shit. Alright, so let's take a look at these score streaks. Let's run through each one of them one by one, and I'm going to show you why I use what I use and why I don't use what I don't use. Starting off with the RCXD, I mean the HCXD car. It don't matter how you spell it, it's still a fucking faggot ass streak. Why waste a score streak on something that's gonna get you one kill? That's a waste of a score streak. Plus, you'll probably get shot while you're controlling that motherfucker, so it really ain't worth it. It's best to keep your gun up and get kills that way, cause this shit right here just gonna get you fucked every time. A UAV, if you having trouble getting high score streaks, a UAV can be very healthy and hardcore, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it would make you a beast. Care package. Now I have gotten rates out of care packages, even reps. I even got a mothership out the care package before. But 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get some bullshit like an ACXD car, a UAV, a Guardian, and all this other dumb shit that you really don't want. So that's pretty much a waste of a score streak, especially considering the fact that half the time when you call it in, you're gonna probably get killed waiting to get that motherfucker, and it's gonna get stole from you. So I wouldn't recommend using that. Counter UAV, a total waste in hardcore. We don't have many maps in hardcore. So if you call in a counter UAV, the only person that you are causing a problem to is the one person who may have had a UAV up. But it ain't that serious, and it really ain't worth it. The dart. Now, I hated on the dart a lot in the past, but if you know how to use that motherfucker, it can be effective. But only in team-based games. I mean, yeah, true, you can get 2 or 3 kills with it in hardcore free-for-all, or just free-for-all in general. But you have to control it. So while you're controlling it, your body is vulnerable to get killed. And it's never a smart idea to use score streaks that you gotta control in free-for-all, because you can't like go lay down in the back of the spawn where your team's spawning at to be safe. There is no safe place. So I don't fuck with the dart. Guardian. This will be a good streak for team-based games like hardpoint, domination, shit like that. But in free-for-all, a total fucking waste. Leave that shit where it's at. Lightning strike, you might call in that lightning strike and don't kill shit. Matter of fact, you probably won't kill shit. So it really ain't waste your time, especially considering that you'll get shot in the head trying to place them locations. Same thing with the Hailstorm. You gotta manually control it. True, it's good for at least 1 kill, maybe 2. But you gotta control it, and you probably get shot while you doing that. That ain't no good. Nah. Finally, we get to a kill streak that might be worth using. 850 points for the Hardened Century. It can be decent if you put it in a good spot. But that's the thing. What's a good spot for it? Come on, son. Go play that game over there. I'm doing something. Now, the hardened sentry could be good, but you gotta place that motherfucker. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get killed trying to get to a good location to place it. And even when you do put it down, it ain't gonna do that much work, cause it's gonna tell you it ran out of bullets, even if it ain't never shot at nobody. The sentry gun is garbage. Now, moving on to one of my favorites, the Cerberus. You see me use this in every game. Why? Number one is only 900 kills to get. 900 points rather to get. Number two, it'll last damn near the entire game. That thing roam around the whole map, laying people down, and it don't never run out of bullets. And I think it don't even run out of time. And it's pretty hard to destroy, especially in hardcore free-for-all. The spawns is random. It's randomly moving around. People will run up on that motherfucker without even realizing it. It really ain't that effective in a team-based game unless you controlling it, because it's going to always end up hanging out in y'all spawn and shit. You know what I'm saying? But in hardcore free-for-all, Cerberus is one of the best kill streaks. Don't sleep on it. Rolling Thunder. I don't use Rolling Thunders. One reason why, because the Rolling Thunder can kill me. I'm not trying to have my kill streak kill me. Plus, it's some random shit. You might get lucky and get a kill or two, but you gotta call it in. Opportunity for you to get shot in the back of the head. That ain't good. Nah, the talent. I would fuck with the talent a little bit more if it lasts longer. But it don't last long enough. I think that shit lasts, what, 30, 45 seconds maybe? And on top of that, it's loud as hell. Flying around, buzzing over your head with that loud ass noise, sound like a nagging ass wife, wondering where you been just getting home at 10 o'clock. Yang, 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 yang. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't fuck with the talent. Now moving on to the Wraith. You already know what the Wraith do. Only 1,100 points to get. Wraith gonna get you at least 4, 5, 6, who knows, maybe even more kills. It's one of the best score streaks in the game, no matter what mode, especially hardcore free-for-all. Now a hater, haters can be effective, but legitimates can shoot haters down with one fucking shot. Every time I put a hater up, it gets shot down, so that's a waste of a score streak. Plus, it's non-lethal, so I wouldn't say that a hater will help you to beast in hardcore. I mean, it can know if they leave it up. But if you know the spawns and you rocking a headset, you don't need a hater, because you already know where they coming from and where they at. Power Core. 1,250 points to get it. Is it worth it? Hell no, not in my opinion. It slightly reduces people's ability to jump, but not totally. They can still boost jump. Plus, it's loud as hell, which will fuck up your sound horn abilities. Don't waste your time on some non-lethal shit. Now, moving on to the next one on my list that you always see me use, the Raps. To me, a hardcore free-for-all player, this the best score streak in the game. Get you a lot of kills. It have enemies scrambling all over the place. It causes panic in people when they hear them Raps roaming around the map. And it's only 1,300 points to get. And if you're using your combat focus right, you can get that motherfucker at 10 or 11 kills, which make it even better. Now the GI unit. The GI unit could be a beast, but for some reason, he don't beast. Every time I call him in, he want to follow me around. And even when I put him on patrol mode, he don't get that many kills. And he easily get his ass destroyed every time I use it, so it ain't worth the 1,600 points that it costs to call him in. And that leave us with the mothership. Now, if you playing a team-based game, like domination or something, you can go ham with the mothership, get 10 plus kills, easy. Hell, you can even do that in free-for-all. But your body is going to be on the ground vulnerable, and you won't be able to get kills at the same time as the mothership. You see, the reason I use the Raps, Wraith, and Cerberus is because I can call all three of them in at the same time Plus, I'm still running around the map with my gun. So now, instead of 1v7, it's 4v7. Fucking shit up, baby. Why would I use any of these other score streaks? I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I hope that made sense. Now let's move on to the classes. Now let's look at the class setups. I'm gonna show y'all 3 of my favorite class setups that I do the best with in hardcore free-for-all. Starting off with the Cuda, one of my favorite guns. I like using this BOA sight. You might not like the BOA sight. If not, use the Reflex or the ELO. The Recon and the Varix, man, leave that shit in the fucking selector slot. You know what I'm saying? That's the trash. You don't want that. Quick draw grip and fast mags is a must in hardcore, because it's all about speed. You need to be able to pull up that gun and aim at your enemies as quickly as possible. So quick draw grip and fast hands is a must on every class. Hardcore is all about speed. Dead silence and awareness, that's a must in hardcore free-for-all, because 90% of the people in there sound horn. In case you don't know what that is, they got on the headset, they got their sound settings on super crunch, and they listening for footsteps, gun cocks, all that shit. If you can hear your enemy before you can see them, that make it 10 times easier to kill their ass. And I pretty much run that same setup with all my favorite guns. Razorback, same shit. Weevil. On the Weevil is a little bit different, because you got so many bullets in the Weevil. I find that I don't need scavenger, so I slap the grip on the Weevil just to make it a little more accurate. But these perks down here, these 3 right here, don't never change. And you see I showed y'all my best 3 guns for hardcore. They all submachine guns. That's because submachine guns is the best type of gun to use in hardcore because of the mobility. You can move around a lot quicker. You can turn on your enemies a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to shoot somebody in front of you, then hurry up and turn around and shoot somebody that's behind you. And that brings me to another element of what it takes to be a hardcore beast. And that's your sensitivity. You see I got my shit on 11 over 11. Why? So I can turn on people. I might have to look up real quick and shoot a bitch that's 17 feet in the air trying to jump over my head. If you got your vertical sensitivity on a 4 or a 5, you're not going to be able to aim up in the air that fast. So you need to have your shit turned up. If you got an enemy in front of you and behind you, and you got a horizontal of a 4 or a 5, you ain't going to be able to kill both of them. You ain't going to be able to turn around fast enough. So it's a must to have your shit as high as you can deal with it. Bump it up just a little bit at a time. Move it up 1 notch. Once you get comfortable at that level, bump it up higher than that. Once you get comfortable at that level, bump it up. I keep bumping my shit up. Soon I'm going to probably be at a 14. But for right now, I'm at 11. That's pretty decent for me. Very high. I probably don't need to go no higher than that. Turn off your controller vibration, because when that shit is vibrating, it just make it harder for you to aim. Aim assist, target assist, of course I'm going to leave it on. In a button layout, I got my shit on tactical, so I can crouch and go prone with the right stick, but I mostly use it just to slide, and you jump with X. Now I don't use the scuff controller. When I want to jump, I just tap the X button. Tap it and go back to your stick. Tap it again. You got to learn how to tap back and forth. Tap to jump, go back to your stick. Tap, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier than trying to use paddles on the bottom of your controller like a scuff. This shit worked out the best for me. And I got a scuff. I tried it. I don't like it. So I'm telling you this from experience. If you want to get a controller with buttons on the back to help you jump, get one from Cinch Gaming and use code Murder Show to get 5% off. Alright, now let's get into these specialists. I know the video dragging on kind of long. Don't worry, we're going to get back to that game. But let's take a look at these specialists so I can explain to y'all why I like using that girl Seraph and nobody else. First of all, specialist weapons will get your ass shot a lot of the times trying to use them. Whether it's ruined gravity spikes, that stupid ass Sparrow, the Tempest, All that shit gotta charge up. The War Machine be fucking spreading out. I done shot at people with the War Machine in hardcore. They dead in front of them. The fucking grenades go one on each side of them and totally miss them. It's bullshit. If you want to use a weapon, the Annihilator probably the best weapon to use. The hives, come on, that shit'll get you shot laying the hives down. It's loud as hell. You know, you ain't fooling nobody with them loud ass hives, you know what I'm saying? Especially not a hardcore free-for-all, they just gonna avoid you. The scythe, come on, it got a wind-up time. Get you shot in the ass. Fucking Ripper, in hardcore, you get your ass shot before you can get the rip off. Purifier, come on. It's much more effective just to shoot a motherfucker with your bullets than it is to pull out their specialist weapon. Hell, you'll get shot a lot of times just pulling it out. And as far as the abilities go, Heat Wave, that'll stun an enemy maybe too, help you get an easy kill. But fuck, it's hardcore. You don't need to make it no easier, huh? That shit ain't effective. Active Camo, they can hear you making this little buzzing sound when you go invisible. So, you know what I'm saying? That shit, that's telling on you. The fucking Psychosis, come on, man. Ain't nobody falling for that shit no more. That shit is all gimmicks, man. All this shit is gimmicks. Rejack, you'll get shot in the back of the head half the time. The other half of the time, you get shot in the ass. Kinetic Armor, that's a bitch vest. If you got time to pop Kinetic Armor, then you had time to shoot that motherfucker. I can't see taking time to take your finger off the trigger to pop a fucking bitch vest. I can't see how that's effective. I mean, it'll help you in a couple of gunfights. Fucking Glitch, y'all already know that's a bunch of shit. It might help you get out of some trouble, but we trying to beast in hardcore, right? We are the trouble. We ain't worrying about getting out of no trouble. Now, I would say Vision Pulse is alright, and it's probably second best. But when you pop that Vision Pulse, it also let off a pulse letting your enemies know where you at. And Overdrive. I mean, come on. They make you run fast. If you're going melee only and you're trying to flank people, that might be effective. But the best thing to use out of all this is combat focus. You've seen the best kill streaks that I said for hardcore. They all pretty high. Running combat focus will help you get each one of those 300 points earlier. As long as you get 3 kills while you got it popped, that'll give you an extra 300 points and put you on your shit. All you got to do is get like 6, maybe 7 kills, pop your shit, get another 3 or 4 kills, boom, there go all your streaks. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get back into this game so y'all can see this shit in action. Now watch this. Look at this dude on the wall. You think I could have killed him way up there without having a high sensitivity on my verticality? Of course not. Turn your shit up. Look at him lining up for me like dominoes. But that's it, man. Wasn't that shit long? God damn, I thought this was going to be a 10-minute video. We over 20 minutes. But it's all good. I know y'all ain't tripping. I like that in-depth type of shit. But knowing what I just showed y'all, how could you play with anything else? I mean, look how fast I'm out here moving. Think I could be moving this fast doing this type of shit with an AR? No, sir. That should have slowed you down. But if you want to rock with an AR, if that's your style, you don't want to, you know, move around so much. To each his own, you know what I'm saying? This just what's worked the best for me. But if you're going to use an AR in hardcore, I recommend slapping stock on that motherfucker so it moves more similar to an SMG, you feel me? Also, the Dingo, you know what I'm saying, got a nice movement speed on it. The Dingo is probably the best gun to use in hardcore. I mean, just all the way around, whether you up close, at a distance, you rushing or whatever, that Dingo gonna put you on your ass. Also, if you good with the M887, you know what I'm saying? I didn't put that on my list, but that's a gun that's pretty damn good if you accurate. That Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying? I just don't like them guns because I ain't that accurate. You know, I need something with a little more forgiveness on it when I shoot. I need to be able to pray and spray when I need to. You know, sometimes I turn and start shooting just at the direction of where I heard some footsteps at. I don't even need to see you. You know, that's how good it could get when you're wearing a headset and you're using dead silence and awareness. You know, that's a must out here. Something else that I feel is a must, and it don't cost that much, is a pair of control freaks. Now, I ain't got no code for that. I ain't sponsored by them yet. Best believe I'm working on it, though. But control freaks scientifically help you to increase your aim. You don't need no scuff, but you do need a pair of control freaks. Once you play with them, you'll never ever play without them again. Hell, I won't even play if I wouldn't have a pair of control freaks. I'd have to wait on my shit to come in the mail before I can jump on the game. That's just how much of a difference it making your ability to aim. That's real talk. And it also make it a lot easier to control your thumbsticks when you got that high sensitivity. If you got a pair of control freaks, you know what I'm saying? But that's the business, man. That's why I use what I use, and I don't use what I don't use. Now, sometimes y'all see me out here playing with melee weapons, or, you know, somebody asks me to play with the M8. I'm going to pull it out. You know, as a YouTuber, like I say, you want to give the people what they want. But sometimes it's kind of hard to turn it off, you know. Like this weekend, it's double XP weekend. I don't really want to be no YouTuber right now. Right now, I just want to be a Call of Duty hog and get out here and rank up as high as I possibly can while it's double XP. But see, the YouTuber at me is screaming, don't forget about me. What about the videos? You need to do a calm. So it's a struggle, man. So I woke up this morning and the Call of Duty hog won the fight, and I pulled out my favorite SMGs and started beasting. But after I got me a couple of good games, I say, fuck, how can I make these normal games something special? Because nowadays I know a lot of people ain't clicking on the video if it ain't trying to teach you something that you didn't already know. And if I would have just put Merciless Badass Beast in Hardcore Free-For-All, you wouldn't have clicked on it. So I figured I'd give out a lot of tips and information. Now, something else I didn't mention. If you ain't playing on a gaming monitor or a computer monitor, you playing all wrong, baby. You need to get you a BenQ. Take that from the badass. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to pimp slap the piss out that like button for your boy. Leave me a comment. And be sure to hit that motherfucking subscribe button and don't miss none of this Call of Duty real shit. It's the murder show. Fuck with me.